Alright, the stream looked like it was stuttering, but I think it's good to go. I'm not entirely sure. This is all a test.
What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Geeks and Gamers Daily. And Jay...
Yes, we are. Alright. Let's do an audio check. Yes, we are. I think we're good to go.
He just abandoned me. Don't know where he went. Don't know where he's going. Don't know what he's doing. But it doesn't matter. We've got Fear, the Beardo. What's up, Beardo?
Yeah, man. Just like California a few days ago. Just unexpectedly having to hang out with me.
That is true, actually. That was... Bro, that LA trip was such a disaster from a logistics perspective, at least for me. And, you know, I finally get into my hotel room. I've told this story. You guys have seen the story. Fucking Danky put it on the Clips channel for everyone to laugh at my misery. And, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes things don't go well for me when I'm traveling, but I finally walked into my hotel room at like 4 in the morning after that disaster. Fucking lay down to crash. I got 2 bedrooms. I don't care. I'm just glad I'm in a hotel room. And then sure as shit, I wake up the next day and hey, if Beardo stays with you. Do I have a fucking choice? Like
Because what?
No.
No, yeah, because if you did have a choice, it'd be no. Yeah, I saw, I think it was on Monday, you and Jay were on here. You were talking about your bad experience on this trip in LA. But you were kind enough not to mention that the cherry on top of making it a bad weekend was that I was forced to stay with you. I know that you probably weren't too thrilled about that.
I was. To be fair, I wouldn't have been thrilled about having to stay in a hotel room with anybody. Now, we should point out that this was not like we're sitting there, we got 2 double beds next to each other.
No,
right?
it's
it
two
was a
separate doors, 2
suite.
separate rooms.
Yeah, it was a 2-bedroom suite kind of thing, so it was separate rooms, but still, you know, nobody wants to have to, nobody wants to have to deal with that. But it worked out.
It worked out, yeah.
Nobody died, so I guess that's a good trip. If nobody dies, you're getting ready to go on a trip here, yeah?
Getting ready to go to Georgia, literally right after this show ends. I'm packing up the truck and going up to Georgia.
Nice.
Did I say Florida the first time? Or did I say Georgia the first time? Was I right
I
twice?
think you said Georgia.
Kind of like golf. You can't hit 2 good shots in a row. So I don't know.
Well, that is how some people play golf, yes. But like you are going, just as a reminder to everybody, what are you doing up in Georgia?
So this is for the 9-line Vindicta meetup for, I guess technically it's for Jay's and X-Wing's book, all the 9-line Vindicta merch, but there's gonna be tons of other 9-line merch there, and just hanging out with the G&G peeps, the 199. That's what we're doing. So Jeremy's gonna be there, Jay, me, X-Wing, Blaine, other people from the community. I think even Krista might be going. So we're all gonna be up there hanging out tomorrow. And like, what people need to understand, this is like the 9-line headquarters. Like, this is the 9-line, the 9-line of the 9 lines. This is where it's all at. There is a store there, so we're gonna see what the meetup situation looks like when we get there.
Yeah, so if you are planning on going, just so we get a good idea of who all is gonna go, I see Jessica is putting the link in the chat there, G&G Georgia meetup info. So go check that out. I will not be there because I will actually be in the middle of a flight to Japan at that time. So I tried to tell these guys, fucking terrible timing. Why would you schedule it this weekend? I'm not gonna fucking be here. But maybe it ends up being all for the best, you know.
Right.
Maybe it's all for the best when it's all said and done. But I do hope everybody has a good time there. I got less than 24 hours, like 16 hours or something until I'm headed to the airport. So I'm in like kind of last minute travel pack, blah, blah, blah. All that.
You got to stop over there somewhere, hopefully not in a terrorist country.
Well, it would depend on the country that you define a terrorist country, but no, I'm going. I've got a connecting flight going up in the Northeast, and then straight from there, I'm going to Japan. like 14 hours in the air.
Like New York, Philly area or something, and then you're going straight from there to Japan.
Yeah, and over in Newark.
That's cool. That's better.
Yeah, it's short layover and head off. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to Japan. I think it's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna be really busy, and I'm like barely gonna get any rest. I'm gonna come back tired as fuck and feel like I need a vacation. That's probably what it's gonna feel like, but it should be good when it's all said and done. I see our man Alex McCarthy, RK3PO, is always S tier. Meta PC, RK Outpost, drunk 3PO.
Shout out.
Well, Alex, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Not getting that lineup today. It's like Caitlin Clark got injured the last second yesterday, and now everyone's complaining about it. Except just a while ago, he wasn't going to be here. I'm gonna blame you.
Yeah, it was nice of Jeremy to text me at 3 a.m. and say, "Hey, you're on daily tomorrow." Love that.
So a couple weeks ago, both me and Jay are going to be a little bit busy for completely different reasons this week. And so we're like, hey, these are the days that we can't be here. These are the days that need gaps for. And Jeremy's like, I'll talk to Beard. I'll talk to Mike. We'll get it all figured out. Don't worry about it. Don't we'll get it all figured out.
Yeah.
Last night at 2:30 in the morning, I had already kind of like fallen asleep for a little bit. Then I woke back up at 2:30 and I look at my phone and it's Jeremy. It's like, hey, are you on daily tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you have anybody with you? I'm like, you told me that you would
told me you were gonna take care of
you
this.
had told me you'd like talk to everybody to like make sure we were good. So I was just gonna show up because I figured it was either gonna be Beardo or Mike. It's like, all right, I just talked to Beardo. It's all good. And it was probably like almost 3 in the morning.
Ryan's like, great, fucking can't wait.
Perfect.
But
It's
here's
like-
the thing, to Jeremy's credit, I believe that I am gonna be on daily every single day next week, Monday through Friday. I think that's the plan. But there was nothing about this morning until about 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, it might have just ended up being a solo stream, I would have just showed up and assumed somebody was coming and then fucking,
A 30-minute Geeks and Gamers daily if it's Ryan solo.
It could be. I mean, I would stretch it out. I would just babble. You know what I mean?
Grift it.
Well, I don't know if Grift would be the right one, but yeah. All right. Where are we? The morning routine for $1. What's up, the morning routine?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a small deer in that picture.
Is it? Yeah. Indeed. Well, I saw a big dog in fucking LA. I told you this story, right? Like the coyote.
The reverse suplex up
Yeah,
the
I only heard it about
staircase.
100 times from Jay.
Okay.
And then once from you.
I was gonna say I don't remember if I told you or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. PP Boo Boo Man for $1.
Not looking so good.
What's up, PP Boo Boo Man? Working on getting his bail set up, so
Hell yeah.
should be saving that money, man. George Ramirez, Quinta Brunson will star as DEI Betty Boop. LOL.
What?
I'm gonna be honest. They're making a Betty Boop movie. I don't.
Oh no.
I don't know.
They're making her black?
Quinta.
Who's Quinta Brunson? I'm looking up a picture right now. Quinta. Yeah, she's black. Holy shit, this is true. This is real. Quinta Brunson to star and develop Betty Boop movie via Variety 23 hours ago. They are making Betty Boop black.
Wild.
Can I be very honest?
Whoa!
Who the fuck cares about Betty Boop in 2026?
80-year-olds?
So
Old
like,
people.
I don't know if 80-year-olds are gonna come out to see a black bitch Betty Boop. Like, can you
No,
pull
they're
up,
the last
pull up the
people.
article? Pull up the article.
Let's see here. What the fuck? Continue to Variety skip ad. It's like, your session will resume in 20 minutes, and it's giving me a fucking ad.
Yeah,
Everything's an ad nowadays. Holy shit. Here we go.
Doesn't look like I can get in through here.
What's happening? Fuck.
Need to find another
What
way.
just happened? Dude, that took like a year for StreamYard to pull up my article right there. Did I just lag out?
I think you're all right.
Okay.
Oh my god, she's ugly too.
And she's got a
Quinta
big
Brunson
old gap in her teeth.
Quinta Brunson developed and starred in Betty Boop feature film from Fleischer Studios and Fifth Chance Productions. Fifth Fifth Chance Productions.
That's like Fifth Chance University.
The Abbott Elementary creator. All right. The nearly century-old animated icon. Bro, I don't know why you would do a Betty Boop movie, because I quite frankly don't think anyone gives a fuck about Betty Boop.
No,
It's
not
like,
at all.
You might see her, like, you know, sometimes she's running around Universal or whatever, and somebody like want to take a picture with her. Okay. What are we doing the Betty Boop movie for at all? Period. But also, why is she gonna be black?
Well, here's the thing, Ryan. I think we need to keep an open mind about this. She definitely has the head shape for this. She has the head shape, so maybe she was just the best woman for the job.
Maybe she was the only woman who was interested in making this. That could actually genuinely be real.
That's also a valid possibility. Like, her entire life growing up was like, you know what your head shape, like, you know who you remind me of? Betty Boop. Yeah. Her entire life, like, she was born for this role.
Whatever. Congratulations on the dozens of dollars that'll make.
Yeah.
You could have like a great casting for Betty Boop, and I don't know if it would work, but
you know who'd be a great Betty Boop?
They'll probably be... Who?
Ana de Armas.
I mean, Ana de Armas would be pretty. Would be
the eyes. It's the large eyes. I think she could do it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's probably going to be some story that comes out, Beardo, and like Black Twitter is going to be like, don't you know, doll? When Betty Boop was created in 1908, it was actually based on a black woman. It was stolen from black people, and then she got turned white because of racist. So this is actually bringing it back. Like, that's probably what's going to happen. Every time this shit happens, it's like, oh, don't you know, Cleopatra was actually always black. Oh, don't you know, the Queen of fucking England was actually always black. Oh, don't you know, all Vikings were actually always black. Like, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, Betty Boop was black the entire time. We just didn't know it.
Probably what we're going to see.
Or Betty Boop was created by a racist, and this is to counter that. That could be another argument.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. Glosser. God, I fucking hate Beardo.
Appreciate it. I needed that this morning. You know, just woke up not too long ago. First thing I hear is that you fucking hate me. Appreciate it.
I can kind of tell because usually he would send $5. So when I sent $2.
Here's the thing. Usually they all eventually come around.
Yeah.
You must be new here.
What are you going on, 5 years?
Just hit 4.
Wow. That.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It is. Time flies when you're miserable and want life to end.
I guess. I like my life.
Good for you. BMC CB for $20. Does Beardo know what a 9-line is?
Do you? Do you, BMC CB? Just because you have a picture of a ship there with some cannons, you think you're the expert?
He's in the Navy.
No,
BMC is his rate, actually. He's a chief boatswain's mate.
No, I knew all that.
And he's a CB, obviously, too.
Yeah, I knew that. Just move on to the next super chat.
Yeah, so a 9-line is basically the list of things that you would call out if you were requesting a medical evac. Like that's
there you go.
Basically what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I had no fucking clue. I wasn't in the military. How would I know?
I
exactly.
Don't know.
Ashley.
I don't know.
Ashley.
But thank you, BMC.
Why you got to put me on the spot like that, man?
Me? Wasn't my
No,
fault.
BMCC, not you. Put me on the spot. Beardo hate tax. Affectionate. Okay, thank you, SBC.
It's nice for you to just bitch out, you know, current members of the military like that. Beardo.
Whoa, I didn't bitch out. I bitched him out.
You were basically accusing him of stolen valor, I think.
No, I wouldn't do that, dude. I come from a military family. No. Shout out to the military and shout out to BMC CB and his boat.
Bro, that's like You know when like people are kind of like fucking bombing and like whether like in a public speaking thing or whatever, they're just like, yay, hey, shout out to the troops, shout out to the troops, like desperately trying to get somebody to clap, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I do all that. That sounds like a lot.
Spikefish Network for 2. Betty Boop is black now in new movie. Apparently.
Yeah.
SBZ, I think you said this, but yes, Beardo hate tax, affectionate.
I don't know what I did this morning.
Hey Ryan, who's the new guy? This is Beardo.
Yeah. That's an inside joke.
Sele, I don't get it. Sele Kigby for 2. Haha, Ryan, any chance Disney will course correct? Not in our lifetimes, probably.
Course correct what? Assuming Star Wars, I guess. That's never gonna happen.
Not in our lifetimes. Nicholas Gore for $1. What's up, Nick?
Hey, doing, Nick?
Sele just got a Switch 2. Bought Pokemon Violet and Fire Red Remake. Any other Pokemon games or Switch 2 games you guys suggest?
Legends Arceus. I would suggest Legends Arceus. I found enjoyment in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And then I also really like Legends ZA too. But
Did
I
you
think
really?
Legends ZA?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, don't listen to the fucking retards online. That game was awesome.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
lot
the
of
one that I have not just...
It's
I
good,
actually
dude.
did get Fire Red because I might take my Switch on the plane, fucking 15 hours in the air. Do some Fire Red action.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking retards hating on Pokemon Legends.
Fucking
like,
Leon
either Switch
takes
2
so
haters
long
or
to
people that
reload.
got like an early access like ROM for Pokemon Legends EA and it wasn't finished, and they just base their entire fucking opinion off of an unfinished hack. So you actually play the game and you sit down, if you're a true Pokemon fan, you'll enjoy it. I also did get Fire Red Remake. I'm still in Professor Oak's lab
Wait, how's that possible?
because I'm soft restarting and resetting and I'm trying to get a shiny Charmander off rip.
Oh, bro, come on.
Dude, I've never done it before. Might as well.
How long is that going to take, though? What's the shiny rate for that?
The shiny rate's like 1 out of 4,800 and something.
So, for, could you do that in the original game?
Yes.
Probably not.
I don't think shiny lock was a thing until, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think shiny lock was a thing until Gen 5, which was your X and Y version.
Okay.
It might have been Gen 4. It was either Gen 4 or Gen 5 where they shiny locked the starters. I can't remember which one. There's no shinies in the original Leaf Green Fire Red. Are you sure they were shiny locked?
I'm talking about the OG, like
On the Game Boy Advance.
Pokemon Red.
On the Pokemon
The first
Red.
one that came out ever.
Pokemon Red. I don't even know if shinies existed then because it was in black and white.
I don't think so.
But if we're talking Fire Red, Leaf Green though, during Gen 3 on the Game Boy Advance, I'm not sure if they were shiny locked or not.
the first shiny was basically when you find Red Gyarados, right? In
Red Gyarados and Gold and Silver.
Gold and Silver. But I don't even know if that was like actually they had the concept of shinies yet, or they just thought that was fucking cool. Maybe that's the thing that like started them down that path. I don't really know, to be honest. But
I think it was in fact a shiny. Because when you encountered it, did it not have the stars going around it? Like the shinies all have an animation where they sparkle when they first show up.
right. I don't remember. I mean, it's been fucking 25 years or something since I played it, so I don't remember specifically in that moment. But you just knew it was different, right? Because you knew who Gyarados was. You'd seen Gyarados, but this one was fucking red.
This one was red, dude. Yeah.
This one was red.
Dude, how about in Gold and Silver when you get to the Elite Four and fucking Lance, the champion before the champion, Lance had 3 Dragonites.
Yeah.
Under level 2. Under level Dragonites. Like Dragonite evolves at like level 50 or 55 or something like that. He
It's
has
really high. Dragonite kind of fucking sucks. Like, because Dragonite's cool.
Dragonite's awesome.
Dragonite's awesome, but it takes forever to get him. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
the
Same thing
grind
with
is
same thing with
insane,
all
and
your
Dragonair fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the case with a lot of your pseudo legendaries like Metagross and Garchomp and Tyranitar. They all hit their final evolution stage pretty late. But the thing about Lance was he had 3 Dragonites that were all under leveled. They were like 45.
Yeah.
And Dragonair doesn't evolve into Dragonite until like 50.
He maybe he bred them, cloned them or something. You know?
Maybe. Have you heard the have you heard about the Mew Ditto? Not conspiracy, but theory.
Stocking up while you
What?
can.
So you know how Mewtwo is a genetically enhanced or modified clone of Mew.
Right.
So in the games, I forget which ones. I think it might be Gold and Silver. It could be Kanto. I don't remember. When you go to the library, there's a whole bunch of like hidden clues that Ditto are all of the failed clones of Mew. And that's why Mew and Ditto can both learn Transform. They're both pink regularly. And also their shiny is a light baby blue.
You know, which I don't think there should be a shiny for Mew. I don't think there should.
Whoa, every Pokemon gets a shiny.
I don't think there should be.
Every Pokemon gets a shiny. My
personal belief is there's only one Mew.
You would like that to be the case.
Right.
Like I would like there to only be one Lugia.
True. I think there actually is only one Mew.
Only one Mew. Sure. No, dude, what pisses me off is if you have a shiny Ditto and you use Transform in a battle, it doesn't transform into a shiny version of that Pokemon that you just mimicked.
What you see is what I've got.
Wow.
If you have a shiny Ditto, it should transform into a shiny Pokemon.
Am I right?
X-Ray Girl is in Japan.
Already.
X-Ray Girl made it to Japan. I'm flying out tomorrow. And X-Ray Girl is wasting her time watching Geeks and Gamers
Get
Daily.
yourself killed now.
Shout out.
What's up, X-Ray Girl? Hope you're having a good time. Anyway. Where the
Anyways.
fuck did we end up on Pokemon?
I
I don't know. Legend ZA.
No, he was saying Pokemon suggestions.
Such a weird
Hambly
spot for the
Hut.
shop.
Whoa, Black Betty Boop, Bam Balam.
Dude, that was good. That was good, man.
For a reason,
Thank you.
stranger.
I've been practicing my entire life for a moment like that. Udite, the Betty Boop creators were accused of stealing her style from a black performer, but it was actually later proven and admitted to be stolen, but from a white performer. But people still try to claim it was appropriation.
Well, there you go.
Oh, hey. Many such cases of black people thinking everything was stolen from them.
Right. Because it
Thanks,
was.
Udite.
They were kings and shit.
They was
That's what-
kings.
Yeah.
The Skeleton King, what the fuck is a Betty Boop movie even going to be about? Probably racism.
Probably about OnlyFans.
That'd be funny, actually. Rumors of a retcon for Star Wars, a recon for Star Wars prequels. Thoughts?
Probably retcon, right? Rumors
I
of a
imagine
retcon
it
for
would
Star
be a
Wars
retcon.
prequels.
And, I don't know what you mean by a retcon.
Well, here's
like,
the thing.
Are you talking about they're going to delete the prequels and do something? Are you just talking about they're going to do something canon breaking, because they do something canon breaking in every fucking thing that they release?
Right.
That's what you mean by retcon?
Ahsoka is a walking cannon breaker, a retconner. Retconner, dude. That's that. Speaking of racism, calling someone a retconner, dude, that sounds like a slur.
Yeah, I agree.
Ryan, I do think it's only a matter of time before Disney does remake the original saga.
You think so?
Absolutely, dude.
That's what I've been saying for years, honestly.
Dude, absolutely, dude. They're gonna go in George Lucas order. They're gonna go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and they're gonna remake all of them.
They probably will.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2. That's what I've said for a long time. And then you can have Black Luke, you can have Trans Leia, you can do all this fucking bullshit. You know
They're
what I
gonna
mean?
make Luke a pussy. They're gonna make Leia the hero. You're gonna have Ewan McGregor play Ben Kenobi, and Han Solo's gonna be gay with Chewbacca.
Han Solo's gonna be what the fuck is his name? Alden
Ehrenreich. We'll see if they still do that. I don't know if they have the balls to cast him again as Han Solo. And to be honest, I mean, I know Harrison Ford was older in Star Wars, but I'm not sure what Alden Ehrenreich's age is yet. Like currently, if he's aged out of it.
Who the fuck knows?
Who fucking cares?
Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? It is what it is. Fuck everything. Star Wars is dead. And honestly, we're about to talk about Star Wars here. We're about to talk about it because are you excited for Mandalorian and Grogu?
Dude, can't wait, dude. Already have my tickets pre-ordered.
Pre-ordered?
Yep, dude.
Are you going to see it? When are you going to see it?
I don't have anything pre-ordered, dude. I don't care.
I think you can just
I don't care
fucking
about
walk
this
up,
movie.
bro.
I don't care. Yeah.
I think you can just walk up. I don't think there's going to be too much competition there. Something tells me that. There's not going to be too much competition for Mandalorian and Grogu, but we might as well pull that up. Where are we? So I don't know about any of that stuff. Whatever your name is. Tender Rat. Was it Tender Rat that said that? Where?
You're asking me, dude?
No. I was just mentioning it. But Beardo, Mandalorian and Grogu is about to be here. Just a couple hours, and we're going to have Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters, the first Star Wars movie in 7 years at the box office. And honestly, it feels like not very many people fucking care. They have been on this rampant attempt to generate this excitement for this dog shit movie, for all of this stuff. Yet, here we are, just hours away, and it looks like it's going to be a bigger disappointment than Solo, a Star Wars story.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, everything that I've heard so far is that our thoughts and expectations about this are true, that this is just obviously season 4, a TV show just spliced together into a movie. This movie, the first Star Wars movie in 7 years, just like you said, has a lower budget than The Acolyte did. That's fucking insane. That The Acolyte was more expensive than a movie that you're doing with Mandalorian and Grogu, probably Disney's 2 most popular characters that they created originally, has a lower budget than a fucking entry TV show, The Acolyte. That blows my mind, dude, and I think it's gonna show.
Well, look, it's probably a good idea. Let's just be honest. They've been spending way too much fucking money on this bullshit.
Sure, yeah.
Like, they have been spending way too much money on this dog shit. So the idea that they may control the budget a little bit, that is a good thing. The problem is it's probably going to look very bad. It's probably going to look like a television show that got put on the big screen. And that's what we've been hearing a little bit. Look, the reviews were kind of fucking brutal. Like, the reviews for critics were pretty fucking brutal, and effectively all saying the same thing. Okay, I guess it's not terribly offensive, but it's boring, it's pointless, and it just feels like they stitched together 3 episodes of the TV show and put it on screen in a desperate attempt to get money from people.
And there's like no consequences. What I've heard, there's no consequences, that this is a side mission. It doesn't play into the bigger overall role and have any impact on the war or the end of the war and the fallout of the war or anything. It's just hey, cool, this is a Mandalorian Grogu little side quest we're going on here.
Yeah, and look, we know people have been shilling hard for it. We saw the people showing up, the influencers that were pretending to be just well, I wouldn't say the influencers are pretending. I blame this on Disney and on Star Wars and the way that they framed it. They made it seem like all these influencers were just like regular Disney guests that got surprised by Pedro Pascal, when in fact they got free tickets to go there. They specifically are out there to make sure that they provide positive coverage for this. That's the deal. The influencers didn't necessarily portray different. Star Wars tried to pretend like these are just normal everyday people excited to see gay-ass Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, if you click on the picture and blow it up, can you? If not, it's okay. If you can zoom it in maybe a little bit, I don't know. There you go. Like, just look at the reaction of these people. Look at on the left, the Asian chick covering her mouth. Look at the big old black chick right there. Like, dude, look at these people. Like, nobody's gonna react like this to seeing any celebrity. I don't care if it's fucking Brad Pitt. Okay, nobody acts this way. The guy's about to faint with the tattoo. He's about to faint. This is just ridiculous, dude. This is all fucking theater. And I'm glad they got him. Well, he's one of the worst ones, actually.
I don't know who any of these guys are. I'm just being honest. I don't know how any of these people are, and that's fine. This guy looks like he's scared.
I I don't think he got the timing right. That's what it is. I think he was caught off guard. He didn't get the timing.
I think that this guy is worried because he thinks that Pedro Pascal has AIDS, and he's a little bit too close to him. That's what I think.
He's worried that he's the only white guy there, that Pedro might try to kiss him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, I think that it's going to slightly $80 million 4-day. If that happens, it's a complete monumental disaster. I think it's going to be a little higher, and they're going to be like, look at overperformed expectations, and it's going to end up being like around 95 or 100 million, but still less than Solo. Like internationally, the numbers are already coming out. It's opening softer in Europe than Solo did. It's opening softer in Europe than something like The Flash did. This thing's going to be a fucking... I think it is going to be a huge failure for them. And we'll see all the fucking people that say, you just didn't want to see this because you have a problem with women. It's like, well, all right. So first we had a problem with black people, then it's with women. What can you do here? We have a problem with a dude in a mask and a little fucking baby annoying piece of shit. What's going to be the excuse for this failing? And I don't think there's going to be one.
And every reason and excuse that you can give to argue against their points or whatever, it's like, we all enjoyed The Mandalorian season 1, and I think most of us enjoyed season 2, especially that finale with Luke Skywalker. It was so surreal when you were there, when you were watching it. It was just a little bit of hope you had still left for Star Wars, even after Last Jedi. Now it's all done, dude. If they're gonna say, oh, you hate this movie because you hate women, we love Cara Dune. We loved Cara Dune. She was fucking awesome. But then they're like, oh, no. Well, you can't use her as an argument anymore. She's not in the show. She's not in the movie. So it must be because of whatever, Bo-Katan, fucking Sigourney Weaver, who's awesome, by the way, or Lizzo, because Lizzo fat in season 3. That's why you hate it. It's like, we all fucking love The Mandalorian season 1 and season 2.
I'm gonna push back on you.
Go ahead and push back. Yeah.
So I think that there was a lot of excitement in general for Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I certainly can't put myself in the camp that loved it. I thought season 1 was maybe like a 4.5 out of 10. It had some huge problems.
Okay.
And I thought season 2 was a nightmare. Not to say I didn't appreciate Gina Carano in there and stuff like that. However, the writing in that season was fucking abysmal, right? It was all about cameos and jangling keys and bullshit. Right? And a lot of people fell for it. A lot of people were like, oh my God, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka, Boba Fett. Right? That's these people. They freaked out. And that happens sometimes to the best of us who can get caught up in these things. But what, a dead-faced, dead-eyed AI Luke Skywalker who doesn't say anything, who doesn't act like Luke Skywalker, who just walks in and kidnaps a fucking child to take him back and groom him, and that, like, nothing else happens. Like, Mando just happens to meet every relevant person who's alive during this time in Star Wars in a 1-week fucking period.
Right.
I did not like Mando season 2. I thought it was a fucking mess. And then season 3 was exactly the same quality, but the difference was instead of Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka cameos, it was Jack Black and Lizzo. And people finally like caught on. Now, if they had done this after the hype for Mando season 2, I don't think you're wrong that there would have been more excitement.
Dude, this is way too late. Like, this movie is way too late. Well,
Odysseus Run, Ryan is way off. I'm the only motherfucker that's been right about this shit. Just like I am almost all the time. I'm the only motherfucker who's ever been right. Ryan is way off. I'm 1,000% accurate. That's why this happened. People are just too blind to see through their loyalty to these fucking characters, their nostalgia. They're so desperate for a little bit of hope that when you see one scene that has music and a fucking lightsaber and a dead-faced, dead-eyed fake Luke Skywalker, you've been so deprived that you will lose your fucking mind and celebrate over this. The writing from season 2 to season 3 is exactly the fucking same. The only difference is the cameos. It just is.
Damn,
People
Ryan's
finally
right.
caught on.
Ryan's right. I mean, I didn't freak out over Boba Fett. I didn't freak out. Who was over the other one that you just mentioned besides Luke Skywalker? You said Boba Fett and
Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka.
Bo-Katan. See, I didn't watch the Clone Wars or anything like that. Like, I don't have this.
Consider yourself saved.
I don't have the attachment to Bo-Katan or Ahsoka like some people do. I never watched the fucking Clone Wars cartoon. But I'll tell you what, dude. That finale, when I saw Luke Skywalker, I was like, it finally kind of feels like Star Wars, and maybe that's where the excitement was for me. I'm like, this feels like Star Wars again. But you are right. Now that I think about it, those first 2 seasons, it's like what we had 30-minute episodes, and the credits at the end were like fucking 6 minutes on their own. And then when you have like a 6 or 8 episode season, 30 minutes a pop, and you have filler episodes in that, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, come on. Shout out to Rumble Wallet.
Well, that was random.
Yeah, it's a knee-jerk reaction. Sometimes I just say it live on streams, just periodically.
Just periodically, shout out to Rumble Wallet, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm conditioned.
You do have a condition. I
What?
don't disagree.
The fuck?
I don't disagree with that. But I think I guess that's a good. I was not quite ready for this segue to Rumble Wallet, but Beardo just right.
I wasn't trying to, throw you off or anything.
No, that's all right. It's different. Streaming with Beardo. I'm used to streaming with Beardo on Sports Wars, not necessarily on Geeks and Gamers, so we don't have quite that. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Jay just kind of rolls with the punches. Jay just kind of rolls with everything.
I totally thought we had that kind of chemistry on stream.
Well,
looks like I was wrong again.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. But it is a good time to talk about Rumble Wallet. Thank you, Beardo, for the easy segue. And yes, Rumble Wallet is here. You guys have been hearing about it. And one of the reasons that Rumble created Rumble Wallet was because so many people are worried about if they actually have control over their money, whether they can get it, whether they can spend it, if they're going to get deplatformed or debanked simply for having the wrong opinion. But technology's changed everything, including how money works. What started as a niche is mainstream when it comes to cryptocurrency. Faster payouts, more control, and fewer middlemen. It's not hype, it's just the way that things are now. And getting started today's easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, Tether Gold, or dollar-backed stable coins all in one place. Setup is simple, connects with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card. MoonPay, that's right.
Sorry.
It is set up with MoonPay. And you can do it all in one
you
place.
Fucking for real, dude. There's already one of these things walking around, and now we have this one. Jesus.
So you can start small with 10, 20, 30 bucks. Just test it, try it out, see how you like it. You never know. You could be off to the races. And once it's set up, simple as can be, pretty easy to tip directly to the creators over on Rumble that you like to watch, whether that's Drunk 3PO, whether that's D-Day Cobra, whether that's Nerdrotic, whether that's Beer the Beardo, or whether it's even myself. So do this right now. Scan the QR code right on top of my head, or click the link in the description below. Download Rumble Wallet from the Play Store, and you're in the game. Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today.
Dude, that was good, man.
Why not?
I have a lot of practice.
Oh, okay.
You're going to have a lot of, I mean, you already do it a lot, but you're going to have a lot of practice.
My version looks a lot different than yours.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I just say, hey, dude, you guys want to do the crypto thing with the super chats over on Rumble, dude? Check out Rumble Wallet. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you know what? You get gold. You get gold on your crypto Rumble Wallet. Why don't you fly over to Spain and you cash that out for real gold bars? How cool does that sound?
I mean, that does sound cool. I don't know if it's exactly how it works, but I mean, might as well, you know?
That's how it works.
Speaking of Rumble, over on Rumble, Jose Contreras, Ryan, you should have a good trip. I requested a prayer on Jay's Patreon, and we're praying for you to have a great trip to Japan. Be blessed, brother. Somebody actually told me that there was a prayer request for me over on Jay's Patreon, which I appreciate, because it's going to take divine intervention for me not to have something go fucking wrong on this trip. So I do appreciate it, Jose. Thank you for the good wishes. Mad Dog, I don't know if you checked out Lord of the Flies show on Netflix, but someone I trust with a review said it's pretty good, so I'm interested. As a high critic, low audience. I can't say I was interested and have watched it. I've been so busy that I haven't had much reason, thing like that. So, yeah. But I maybe I'll check it out at some point. Where did we leave off? I don't care what the history book says. My grandma said Betty Boop was black.
That's off.
That's all that matters.
What'll happen? Godzilla's greaser. Betty Boop did portray blacks in an interesting way.
Oh, it was one of those.
I don't know.
Our craftsmanship demands.
Can't say I've ever been a Betty Boop fan.
We're starting to get an
Tree
idea
Bear,
of your
congrats on the
tastes,
award, Beardo.
friend.
Thank you.
Well then,
Appreciate
I
it.
did see
can I
you
do
accepting.
you
I didn't accept nothing.
pleasant
Huh?
travel.
I didn't accept anything.
You said thanks.
It was just given to me.
You said thanks though, right?
Yeah, I was hoping that you didn't know anything about it, so I was just trying to say thanks and blow right past it, and we just move on. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. It wasn't my best moment.
I don't know what the moment is. I just know that this is the award that Tree Bear is speaking of. Is there something that like led specifically to this moment?
Yeah, there was a moment, yeah.
And it involved Jay?
It did involve Jay. It involved Among Us last night.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't
So,
want to talk about it. I'm
This
still
is the
traumatized.
biggest
I'm getting over
retard
it.
in Geeks and Gamers award. As if, so just Tree Bear. I don't think the next time you make something like this that you need to put award on like the trophy. You know,
Yeah, I think it's a
people-
given. It's a given. It's like, you know, general knowledge. I mean, just look at it. It's gold. It's clearly a trophy and an award. Yeah.
Yeah.
The positive.
The morning routine. Great job at Among Us, Beardo, until you whiffed it.
Dude, I was all right. I was on such a run, dude. I soloed the entire fucking lobby. It was me and Sevi were the imposters. Sevi, round one, kills Mike in front of me and Krista. I'm Sevi's partner. So I report the body, and I have nothing because Krista saw everything. I'm like, I don't know. I saw Krista and Sevi in there, but Sevi, we ran up, and I'm trying to play it like I'm trying to play dumb, like I'm one of the crewmates.
Yeah.
And then Krista's like, yeah, I think it was Sevi. I'm like, Sevi, got to vote you out. Sorry. So I had to vote out my own teammate to keep, to keep my identity a secret.
I'm waiting for these fucking things to leave, and now they're both there. Are you kidding me?
I soloed the entire fucking lobby and fleeced Jed. I gained Jed's trust, so I purposely did not kill him until last because he was the one person that was advocating for me that I was not the imposter when I in fact
What
was.
is going on?
He was the last person I killed. I won. It was great, dude. It felt so good. A few rounds later, I'm chilling.
Story about why you got called retarded.
I'm getting there. That was my moment, dude. I'm like the hero. The chat's going crazy. They're like, Beardo's not retarded. Never heard that before. So I'm like, I'm on cloud 9, dude. So we're getting to another game. I'm not the imposter this time. I'm with Jay and Mike getting gas in this shed. We leave and walk up, and I see Jay standing on top of Cole Hauser's dead body. And I'm like, you gonna report that? And then he just stood there, stayed standing there. So then I went to go run over to report it myself because at this point I'm like, Jay just killed him. And then Jay reports it. So I go in hot because I think that what Jay's gonna do is that he sees me coming over. So Jay is the imposter and he's gonna try to frame me. So I go in hot. I'm like, yo, I just watched Jay kill Cole Hauser. I seen it. I seen him. And Jay's like, are you really lying to all of us right now? And I'm like, Jay, don't you fucking do this, because when it comes time to Among Us, you know, Jay, like Jay will pull that threatening voice and like, you don't want to piss him off. So like people go a little bit light on Jay when it comes to Among Us.
He takes it very seriously.
He does. So I was like, not today, dude, not today. You're not going to fleece me this time. I'm like, it was Jay. Jay's like, all right, chat. No, he was like, everybody vote me out. Everybody vote me out so you can see what a fucking retard Beardo is. He didn't say fucking. He probably wanted to. And then he was like, Beardo, once you see that I'm not the imposter, you are going to be the biggest retard in Geeks and Gamers history. And I was so confident, dude. I had never been so sure of anything in my life. Then I wasn't that moment that Jay killed him. We vote out Jay, and he wasn't the fucking imposter, dude. I was dumbfounded, dude. I was speechless. I wanted to throw up.
You know your mistake?
I went in hot.
No, that's not the mistake. The mistake is assuming that while playing a video game, if Jay might just be mindlessly standing there for a couple seconds while trying to figure out what to do or what button to press, that wasn't a possibility in your mind. Because
But Jay's good at Among Us. That's the thing.
I know, but I've seen Jay play video games before. He's very entertaining, and he's good at some shit like Fortnite. There are moments where it'll just be like, yeah, and then you know what I mean? Just a little pause.
Sure.
Just a little brain pause. And that's probably what happened. He was like trying to figure out the right button to push or what, you know?
Maybe.
Like that's what was going on.
Dude, I was so shocked, dude. Like, I felt sick, dude. I felt lightheaded. I wanted to throw up, dude. I had never been so sure, and I'm like, my eyes deceived me, dude. I was lied to by my own eyes. I was shocked, dude. Anyways, so because Jay said, if you're wrong, and when you're wrong, you're the biggest retard in Geeks and Gamers, which he later apologized for. He goes, that probably wasn't too nice to say.
I mean, that is let's be honest. There's a lot of competition for that award.
Right.
So, I mean, that is highly competitive. That's a big one right there.
So, kind of a good thing. Like,
It's an accomplishment.
give yourself a pat on the back.
John Ease, why is it always black?
Always bet on black.
General Duality for 5. Fun fact of the day, Dave Grohl was a drummer for Queen of the Stone Age's album, Songs of the Deaf, which has their biggest hit no one knows.
Thank you.
Token Robot for 2. Don't hate Beardo. He's our favorite punching bag.
Yeah. Thanks.
John Wayne for 2. Beardo is similar to the feeling of constipation.
I was constipated this morning. Oh, I drank coffee.
The Skeleton King for 5. You know Betty Boop was originally a dog. Then they hired a black woman. What do they mean by this?
Fuck.
Demi Moore's Tapeworm. Beardo is the Israel of G&G.
Okay.
Well, we
Are all
all
these
give
super
money.
chats about me? What the fuck is going on?
Glosser, what if instead of Betty Boop, her name was Shitty Poop?
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Glosser. Beardo's a filthy casual. JK, have fun in Nippon, Ryan.
Nippon.
Thanks, young Stav. Cele, what should I get first? Legends, ZA, or Arceus?
Arceus. We go Arceus first. Yeah.
Arceus? Okay.
Yeah.
I liked Arceus. Saren Loth. Ryan, you're describing a cheap pop. Yes.
I already know what's gonna happen here. They're just fucking setting it up.
Exactly.
Right.
SCDB. Do I buy a Game Day Mac Jones Pats jersey for $10? I saw they had some like crazy deals. You might as well. There's a ton of them out. Did you see some of those that they put on sale for like $4?
What, Fanatics?
I think so.
No, I did not see. Dude, I don't buy stuff from Fanatics anymore, dude. I've bought some baseball jerseys and football jerseys, dude. The quality has dropped off in the last 10 years, dude. It's so fucking bad. But I did see, speaking of Mac Jones, I did see somebody bought a Super Bowl Drake May with the Super Bowl patch on it. And they got a number 10 Patriot Super Bowl patch Mac Jones jersey.
There you go. Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic for 10. Here are the lines. Line 1, location. Line 2, radio frequency. Line 3, number of patients by type. Line 4, equipment line. 5, total patients. 6, security line. 7, marking location. Line 8, patient nationality. And line 9, NBC and TAM.
There's 4 of them in total. What are we doing here?
So that's all the things that are included in a 9-line like medevac request.
Hell yeah.
Cele, y'all see the trash finale of The Boys? I haven't seen it yet. Did you? You guys talked about it yesterday, yeah?
I mean, I saw all the clips on Twitter. They pretty much put the entire episode on Twitter yesterday. I haven't watched The Boys since season 3. I stopped. As soon as, like, the creators and they're saying stupid shit about Homelander being a characterization of fucking Trump and stuff, I'm like, why you gotta do this? And they've been sprinkling in some of that bullshit even in early as season 2. definitely in season 3, but I still enjoyed it for Soldier Boy, for Jensen Ackles' character. But after that, dude, and I seen the stuff for season 4 and some of the comments, I'm like, I'm done with this show.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while either. I've been watching this last season. I haven't watched the finale yet. Haven't had time. Mostly because I've been doing it to be able to talk about it on FNT. I'm not on FNT this week, so I'm not in any rush to watch. Taker, what is this Pokemon Daily all of a sudden? What do you guys think of Pokemon Gen 10 reveal? What is it called? Wind and Waves?
Wind and Waves. I'm excited. I'm
Starters
excited
look
for
okay.
it. The starters, I mean, the starters designs have definitely fallen off since probably about Gen 4. The starters have fallen off. But it looks good. I hope it's a Switch 2 exclusive. It should be, so that you can really get the full power of the Switch 2 in
the full
in the
power
new
of the Switch
Pokemon
2
game.
in our Pokemon game.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing, because like when you have, it doesn't matter what console it is. When you're early in the life cycle of a brand new next gen console, like the developers are still going to make the game for the previous generation. So let's say PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. So you're bottlenecking that performance on the PlayStation 5 so that it's compatible for the PlayStation 4. And that happened with Legends ZA a little bit. It happened with Scarlet Violet. Ultimately, Scarlet Violet did get a next-gen update for the Switch 2 specifically. But when you have a game just that solely releases on the Switch 2, I think it's going to be fucking awesome. So I'm really looking forward to Gen 10.
TJ, connected flight in Newark. All I can say is welcome to the bricks. May as well have a layover in a terrorist country. Well, I'm going to be there for like a fucking hour in the airport. Like, I think I'll be all right. And I don't know. Maybe there's countries you guys think are terrorist countries that I would visit. Fuck. Wild Warlock for 5. Hey guys, Jay might need to check that bite you got from the crazy guy in LA. Looks and sounds like you got infected with angry beardo virus.
Dude, I don't get angry anymore. I changed.
Jay almost did get fucking killed by a homeless man.
Yeah, he did twice.
Mike Hunt. I'm sure you guys have talked about this in the past, but do you guys prefer Universal, Orlando, or Disney World? Is there a best time to go to avoid kids? I mean, that's not a question for me. That's a question for Jay probably. I don't go to Disney, so I obviously prefer Universal. Best time to go to avoid kids? Probably whilst
I'll be right back. Alright, so there's about 20 minutes left in daily. Just gonna skip over that. We're gonna go right to the FML podcast, roughly 50 minutes in.
I'm not familiar with the meme going around, but I am familiar with super chats. So why is everyone
Also,
saying I'm 5'6" in the chat? Why
I
is
did
everybody
see
putting this
somebody mention it in chat. I think you are correct that, yeah. Xenoblade isn't a part of it. It's Xeno Saga and then Xenogears, so yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck,
was
isn't that
2/3
confusing?
correct, yeah.
Isn't that confusing? I'm not 5'6" or put that out. No, I'm not tall. I'm pretty average. I'm 5'10", but I'm not 5'6". That's fucking tiny. That's short king territory. If I was 5'6", I would be a short king. Instead, I'm just an average piece of shit at 5'10". So. Jason, any in and out visits? Any Trapper Wolf sightings? The funny thing is, the Mando movie was like premiering in LA during this time, and we were in Hollywood, or I don't know where they did the premiere, but
Oh, yeah.
we
I didn't
were
even
around.
think about it that you were there at the same time. 'Cause usually I just see these fucking shells posting about it, being like, we got early access. Like, congrats, bro, but I didn't even piece two and two together.
I mean, speaking of, that's a good segue.
It's true.
That's a good segue, Vera, into the Mando movie, which comes out in a couple days.
I haven't seen anybody who's genuinely excited for this. I haven't seen like a single post that isn't, oh yeah, I'm excited to like own the losers and the haters on social media. Like, I haven't just seen one normie be like, yeah, I think that this is gonna be a pretty good movie. That's kind of depressing, because if you think back just even a few years ago, Star Wars had so much more hype behind it. Even when, you know, The Mandalorian started, there were people that were like, season 1 is really good and this might be a new era for Disney Star Wars. And I get why people want to be super hyped and super excited and always think that things are turning around and everything's gonna be rainbows and sunshine. But yeah, at this point, like, this movie should have came out years ago. With season
Star Wars
2,
is back.
yeah, and season 3 just sort of killing the goodwill that season 1 really gained. It's just like, yeah, it's another movie. Congratulations.
Yeah, and obviously when it came out, it was sitting around like that, you know, $80 to $100 million 3-day weekend. It hasn't moved much. I mean, this is from Global Box Office, and they're framing it like in such a good way. Mandalorian and Grogu's now tracking for Disney's biggest opening weekend of 2026 to date. The new Star Wars spinoff is headed for an $85 to $100 million haul by Monday. Just to be clear, that means in the 4-day weekend with the Monday holiday. 85 to 100 million.
Yep.
So you're talking about if we talk about the normal kind of 3-day opening with the Thursday previews, you're talking about a 75 to 90 million dollar opening. That's kind of what they're theorizing, which would be fucking disastrous for this movie, right? Because this movie is not, say, a Devil Wears Prada 2. This movie is not a Michael movie, which is going to have crazy legs. This will be a heavily front-loaded movie, like.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a horrendous decision, but you know what? Gonna throw the key card in the door, we're just gonna run. Gonna completely ignore this part.
Like all of these type of movies are. But, you know, I have to disagree with something you said, Vera. You said that you haven't seen anybody excited to see this movie or about this movie.
Oh,
I
actually,
beg
you
to
know what?
differ.
You know what? You are totally correct. I lied. I forgot about this. Yeah, I made it up because I have actually seen these images of totally normal people being totally excited for this movie, for sure. Definitely not staged, sponsored photos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you can say. Like, look at how excited these people are.
I
Star
know.
Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu's Pedro Pascal, Sigourney Weaver, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau surprised fans in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Experience the event now. Buy tickets here, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, here they are. This looks like a fake picture. I'm not even going to lie. Like, this doesn't look real.
Yeah, that looks craziest. It's just like a green screen. It looks like they are photoshopped on it. You know how like there will be like mentally ill people on Facebook that will fucking photoshop celebrities with them, and then they'll be like, "This is my best friend in the world." That's kind of what this is looking like right now.
Jon Favreau looks so awkward. Like, he also looks very fat, but he
The
looks so
boulder,
awkward right here.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver looks like there's, if you went like and took a shot from behind her, I feel like there would be like clothespins like taping her face back.
It kind of reminds me, I think it was like 2 years ago at, it might have been the Met Gala. I don't remember what the event was, but she had done that, it was like this set of photos and you have to spin around and it's slow-mo, like the glam bot it's called. And she was constantly, her eyes were searching for the camera and she just couldn't find it the entire time. And it always looks like she's not expecting a photo to be taken of her, like a video to be taken of her. She always looks so shocked and like she had to put on the fakest face possible because she was caught without, expecting the camera to be there.
Maybe.
Like, caught off guard.
I don't know. It looks strange. It just looks weird.
It
But
really does.
what this picture is for is actually for this. Like, Pedro Pascal showed up randomly and surprised a bunch of Star Wars fans, which is just,
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
imagine going to Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, Disney Star Wars Land, just randomly, just you happen to go, and as a surprise for you who paid for entrance to the park and you're a Star Wars fan, and like the most random thing happens and Pedro Pascal like pops up. Like, isn't that like just crazy and super cool and phenomenal? And like, here it is, actually. We can see the video of it.
Yeah, come in. There's a lab where we can look at parasites. I had a crazy hunch that you'd know where it is.
Gonna get taken down for
The
shitty
most
Mando
important
music.
facilities are housed in their sanctuary at the top of the mountain. That's where I'd look.
Need of the encyclopedia.
Happy to help. Now you owe me.
That was a really awkward call. There was a really unnatural pause there for no reason.
Who is there, you know? And then you see the community note. These are not average guests. They are influencers specifically chosen by Disney. They were given free admission to the park in exchange for positive promotion of the upcoming film, The Mandalorian and Grogu. And yes, indeed, all the people in this video are influencers. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. These are not just random fans. It was specifically all designed for this little photo shoot so they can get excited over Pedro Pascal, and so that Star Wars can tweet this out and pretend that there's a ton of excitement surrounding this film. This is blowing up in their faces so fucking badly, to the point where even the Hollywood Reporter is talking about this now, right? And I think
ultimately Disney deserves it, because it's like we used to get people like Johnny Depp who would end up going to the parks, and they had actors that were, obviously working at the park that were so close to him and were able to like mimic him and his speech and his tone and his mannerisms, and it really seemed like there would be times almost where you could just run into Johnny Depp because he like probably twice for promotional reasons did actually go and play Jack Sparrow. But now they've gone, oh my gosh, there's all of these videos that have happened over the years, and it's been such like a positive promotion that we're just going to do that again, but this time we're just going to give it to influencers, which I understand. Obviously they're in the business of making money, not that Disney's really focused on making money over the years with all the bullshit that they've pulled, but yeah, I mean, it is advantageous to invite a handful of influencers to meet Pedro Pascal and to promote The Mandalorian, but it's not like there's one influencer that is a part of this group or like two influencers. It's all
Suit well.
influencers, which is why I think that it's going over so poorly for them. If it was just like one influencer who happened to be there that got pulled to the side and was like, hey, take some pictures, I think the response would be very different and a lot more positive, because there would be normal fans who would be able to like actually meet him.
And I think, look, wouldn't it have been cool if you had just done it to random guests who actually paid for entrance to Disneyland, and
Yeah.
with maybe children with them, like what were you
Children, who cares about them? They can't get 1 million views on a TikTok.
right?
Fuck them kids. That's like their mentality now.
Now, with that being said, as much as I think a lot of, I don't know really who any of these people are, but a lot of them have big followings on social media, and it is what it is. I think they're cringe for a lot of different reasons. I don't really blame them for this. I blame Star Wars and Disney for
Needing this to happen.
portraying it this way. Like, oh, they surprised fans. They're just normal folks, guys. They're just Star Wars. And just like, no, they're actually, they got free admission to the park. They are paid influencers. They're going to the premiere. They're doing these things and getting good shit from Lucasfilm to do so. Like, it's a real deceptive type of fucking advertising to generate artificial excitement for your project. And I blame Disney and Star Wars for trying to pass it off like this is just some random occurrence. You know what I mean?
If they had portrayed it and that it was actually the situation and they were honest about it up front, like a bunch of influencers got to meet Pedro Pascal, sure, I would think it's kind of cringe and a little bit weird, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of people would be talking about it the way that they are, and I just think that it would have sort of came and went very quickly, and the Star Wars account wouldn't have gotten community noted, and people wouldn't be calling them out like, oh my god, you guys intentionally lied. Like, it just would have been, okay, it's influencers doing marketing. That happens for so many products now and so many projects now.
Yeah, so I don't know any of these people.
I don't know any of them either.
I can't say I follow a ton of Star Wars influencers, just to be honest with you. But yeah, it just blew up in their face. And at the end of the day, I don't know how this is gonna do. I don't know how this movie is gonna perform at the box office.
It should blow up in their face. They're paying massive groups of people off to give solid reviews and promote something that is dead in the water. I mean, this is insane. These photos are ridiculous, and Disney and Star Wars is trying to pass this off as if it's natural. I mean, get real.
I can tell you that this isn't going to help. I mean, Stephen Colbert and Pedro Pascal kissing probably isn't going to help things. Did you see this yet?
I did, yeah.
Bro, if you didn't think Star Wars was gay before, here we are. Now that Dave Filoni's in charge, the gaydom is full and free and just out there, man.
But Ryan, he's just anxious. He has to hug his coworkers and hold their hands, and now he has to kiss them.
Well,
I remember when that was the cope when Fantastic Four was happening. Like, he's just a little anxious guy. Like, this is almost, I think, like, 50-year-old fucking man who's doing this. It's just weird.
Well, I don't know. I don't think we were doing, I don't think we were doing the show at the time, but on every other show I was on, my take on Pedro Pascal, and I think I even made videos about this, my take on Pedro Pascal touching his female co-stars was that he's fucking gay, right? Because...
yeah, and he's trying to seem straight.
I don't even think he's trying to seem straight. I think he is... I don't think he's open about his gayness, but I think that touchy-feely stuff, if it was a straight male co-star, those women would not be okay with him doing those things. In general, some would, right? But not the level to which it had happened consistently for Pedro Pascal over the years. But when it's a gay man and they know that that person's gay, they don't have any issue with it, and like because they wouldn't feel weird about their significant other seeing a gay man touching them, they would feel weird if a straight man did. That was my take on it.
Yeah.
A year ago, whenever Fantastic Four came out, whenever they were doing that, I said, look, the reason that these women feel comfortable, the same reason that Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey kind of feel that same way is because Jonathan Bailey's a queer, right? Now, he's openly a queer, which is why Scarlett Johansson doing that stuff with him maybe might not come off as weird. Pedro Pascal's not openly a queer, which is strange considering how progressive he speaks and how he talks about LGBT rights and trans rights and things like that. Yet he doesn't want to openly come out as gay because he's worried it might lose him some roles, right? Very brave, stunning and brave of you, Pedro Pascal. But I've always thought this dude was a fucking homo. Both just in general, like meaning lame and also meaning fucks dudes in the ass and gets fucked by dudes in the ass. And I think that's been kind of confirmed now. We got some of those TMZ pictures leaking of him and his fucking boyfriend.
Yeah, definitely. But the thing is this also, I guess, makes sense for like both of their brands. Not that it's not gay as shit, but Pedro Pascal has kissed like several of his co-workers on the cheek during like the red carpet runs and in these events. But Stephen Colbert also has kissed a couple of the people that have been on the show. So it's like they thought that this would be funny, but I don't really know who this resonates with or is funny to. Like, are these people who are really showing up to watch Fantastic Four and the Mango and Grok movie? Not really, no. So like, why would you then do it? This is also the fucking guy, Stephen Colbert, who's doing Lord of the Rings now. Like, why would I want this guy to work on such a masculine project? Like, I
Imagine
can't see it.
Imagine the relationship between Frodo and Sam.
I mean, Sam's actor had come out years ago and said, I think they should have kissed. So here we fucking go. Here's his chance.
Well, he played a fucking retard in.
I don't. Oh my god, man. They should just leave Lord of the Rings alone. Stephen Colbert is gonna... He's gonna do some wacky shit. That's gonna be the very minimum.
Rudy, so it's not surprising.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Sean Astin had said that, I think, like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. He's like, I think they should have kissed at the end. Okay, bro, we fucking get it. You're trying to stay relevant in the ever-changing Hollywood landscape, so yeah. He's a good actor, of course, but being a good actor doesn't...
Did you see that they're doing the first 10 minutes of Mano and Grogu in Fortnite, a Fortnite event?
I did not see that, no.
You didn't see that?
I didn't.
Hey.
I know, I'm so out of touch.
You're not in touch with the gaming
I'm
community.
not a gamer. I'm not a movie watcher. I only talk about things that I hate, of course.
God, and then this fucking loser, bro, right here. I just opened Twitter and saw this. Star Wars Holocron, one of the biggest fucking queers in the world, at least when it comes to Star Wars social media. Ready to watch the Mandalorian and Grogu again for the second time. This movie's so fun. It's quintessentially and unabashedly Star Wars. Bro,
Holy
go fucking...
shit. Holy shit.
Fuck yourself. How about that? I was going to use a word that began with a K, but we'll use fuck instead. What a loser, bro.
Yo, you sounded like Dave Filoni a little bit there. Is this his alt account, maybe?
One is.
We might have just cracked the code.
Like, don't you think this is, like, I think this is actually maybe Dave Filoni's account.
I'm starting a rumor. Are you ready?
What was I looking for? Fortnite?
Fortnite, yeah. I didn't see that, though.
Well, you're
I'm out of touch.
very-
I'm not hip with the kids anymore. I
Here we
saw
go.
like the Mando like emotes and stuff.
So right here, Star Wars. Bring your friends, explore Navarro, complete island quests, and catch a sneak peek at the first 10 minutes from Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu in The Mandalorian and Grogu Watch Party Island, launching May 19th. That's
Of course, it'd be on an
tomorrow.
island in a game that fucking kids play.
Yeah.
We're hunters, taking on the Empire.
We need you to prevent another war.
What's the play? I taught you the way. Now it's your turn. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Here it is. This is how you watch it.
That's so stupid. Why the fuck would kids want to do this? I know that they've done this before. This isn't new. to
Yeah, they did it with
Mandalorian
Rise of
Grogu.
Skywalker.
They
did a special Rise of Skywalker, the message from Palpatine. And how did that work out for you?
I just don't get it. They also like unveil what are they, like virtual concerts and like the Travis Scott concert and Ariana Grande concert. Like, who is going to sit
Go at the same time.
in Fortnite and attend these events? Like, that's just, I don't know. I think it's really, really stupid. Then again, I have half a fucking brain, so maybe that's why I don't resonate with this idea. But it's like going to a drive-in theater in a video game.
Hide.
Like, I don't think it's very special. But yeah, it's clearly an attempt to sell tickets, and oh my gosh, maybe some.
Just when you thought we were safe. Put Ashley in the locker for a reason. If it's there, just do it. And that's why. This fucking piece of shit flopping out of the wall like that.
Some people will end up watching this in Fortnite and they'll think that it's really cool and it will turn into ticket sales. I don't think that throughout the multiple movie premieres that like this has happened with, if they've ever announced like how many people responded in surveys talking about how, oh, they saw it like in Fortnite and then went to go see the movie itself. But I can't say that I've seen any of these movies have a higher amount of tickets sold, or these movies have overperformed, and that they've ever said, oh, it's because.
What the fuck just happened? I'm gonna have to watch that back. Did the grenade not go forward? What is it doing?
Because of like high-end like events like this. I just can't think of any off the top of my head.
I don't know. But
It's stupid, regardless.
crazy.
Is it crazy?
I'm gonna have to try to watch this Thursday night, and then I fly out early as fuck in the morning on Friday to go to Japan. My last American experience is gonna be Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
if
go to
that was my
Japan.
last fucking American experience, I probably wouldn't come back either, so.
Get that lever.
And then I go to Japan, where hopefully I'll be immersed in Pokemon.
That's true.
I
I
was
mean,
showed
at least
there.
you're
I've got a new
going-
lock screen. Look at my Gengar
See,
lock
that
screen.
is really, really cool.
It's fucking sick. It's actually awesome.
I mean, you can do like I mean, not that you would want to, because of course you love your fucking monkey.
What the fuck is the
wallpaper,
delay on
but
this
you could
thing?
do that with your computer wallpapers as well. You're looking at me like I'm
Oh.
crazy. The fucking monkeys
Oh.
that you had.
Are you
You're
talking
looking
about
at me like, whoa, whoa, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about my phone. I'm like, what?
No, the
You mean?
computer.
Bro, I've had a bunch of people since I've been talking about Pokemon be like, hey, I'm into Pokemon cards too. I'm into Pokemon cards too. Yeah. Better be motherfuckers. It's fun.
Pokemon's so expensive. It's because of scalpers, though.
Yeah,
There's
here's the thing, like-
so many.
The problem is, it's very hard to get any
Get this for me.
product like at MSRP because it's really not that expensive.
Right.
Like comparatively, you know, if you
Yeah.
can find it in stores. The problem is you can't find it in stores because of
Yeah.
scalpers, and it's really frustrating. It's really annoying.
It's like I know that Target had just done a like Pokemon collab, and they were selling like water bottles and shirts, and like pretty cool things. Not that I would have bought anything, but some of it looked pretty cool. And it sold out within like 3 minutes, and people were pissed because, yeah, sure, you can go to the stores and get it, but the issue is that there's still going to be scalpers who are going to get it from the stores, and you don't want to go like as soon as they open or be there early to try to get these items.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating because it's like you have to. There are people that are like they know when Target gets restocks and they camp out. They get there at like 2 a.m. the day before, and they camp out and they get the shit, and everyone else
It's
is
like
shit
the
out of
old
luck.
GameStop movie, or not movie, the old GameStop video game, you know, midnight launches where you'd
Well.
want to be there and you were hanging out with people and that was all cool, but now it's, oh, hey, if you're not first in line or second or third in line, you can't actually get anything because it's all scalped.
The one thing I will say about Target is they do limit items, so they're
Well,
not
they
going to let
didn't
one
for
person.
these because they were like water bottles and shirts, so
Right.
that's the problem.
For cards, they do because they kind of know that scalpers come and target those, so they do limit those to two purchases per SKU, so per unit, right? Like it would be like, hey, if you want to get 2 ETBs and then 2 booster packs and 2 single packs, like that's what they're limited to. They do it limited, whereas a lot of Walmart, they just fucking stock the shelves and then walk away. But for the company themselves, like for Walmart, they don't care, right? They don't care if one person buys every bit of stock.
It's still money.
50 people buy it all out. It's just they've sold out of their stock. That's all they care about. But GameStop, you can pre-order stuff there. They charge a little bit over MSRP though. Like Chaos Rising is coming out, and I think they're charging $80 to pre-order the ETB there, which MSRP will be MSRP is probably $59.99 on those, maybe $49.99, maybe $59.99. But at least you can get it as opposed to buying it secondary, which is like $120. It's disgusting. It is.
It sucks, especially because it means that people that are genuinely passionate and really love the IP, they can't experience it as easily because either you need to show up hours in advance or you need to pre-order it, which a lot of these products you can't just pre-order from like Target.
No, because there's bots. They all have fucking bots. I've talked to some of these people, right? There's this one dude. This dude probably makes so much fucking money, but he has like 2 fucking crazy computers at his house, and the entire thing, he has 40 different like bot farms that he uses for when things go up on pre-order, and that's why I can't get a pre-order in because these motherfuckers.
Yep, and that's tough for people that are, you know, love the IP and are nostalgic and just want to open some Pokemon cards, and it becomes so much harder. Either you're paying a premium or you are basically shit out of luck, which is very unfortunate. And I would say in terms of IPs right now, you know, Pokemon is definitely the worst when it comes to scalpers and bots. Like anytime anything goes online, it's instantly purchased. And sure, it's because Pokemon is very big and it's such a big market. I understand that. But I mean, they've tried over the years, it sounds, to really like up the amount of product they're able to put on the market at once and try to counter it, but none of that's really worked.
And the other side of it is the sad part is that the scalping and everything is actually one of the reasons why Pokemon card prices have exploded, right?
Yeah.
Because if this stuff wasn't happening, a lot of these cards wouldn't actually hold the value they do. Like if you pull a card then try to sell it on eBay, it wouldn't hold that. But because Ascended Heroes ETBs are going for $180, right? Because of that, the chase cards within that are also rising. So it's a whole thing. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. And I see somebody nominated. I've seen a lot of nominations actually for Vera for FNT lately.
Hey, good news, Ryan. I am going to be on FNT soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't tell me about it until just now.
I didn't. I knew you'd like for me to announce it publicly.
Are you gonna be on when I'm not on?
Yeah, I am. I am.
'Cause I see Gary in the chat. Beardo and Vera, too many women. Maybe just Vera.
Fair. I mean, Beardo and I could rock, paper, scissors for the spot. Yeah, sounds good.
I wonder why people are looking for a female replacement on the show. I couldn't imagine why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I have no idea.
Nope.
It's funny because it's like the past like 2 weeks. I'm like, you know what? Maybe women are the problem. You know, maybe just get
Women
off
shouldn't
the
be able
internet.
to fucking vote.
Right, they shouldn't
Women
be able
should
to vote.
be in the
They should be on the internet.
kitchen. I keep
Welcome.
seeing posts online
Well,
like
what can I
every
do
woman
you
is
for?
tied to a man because their last name is
What
a
you see
man's,
is
and
what
so
I've got.
I'm not gonna get my
I don't
father's name. I'm
always
gonna
have this in
use my
stock,
mother's name.
stranger.
Bitch, that's your fucking grandfather's name. All right, shut up. You're so stupid. Holy shit, modern day
A
feminists
well-tuned
are.
weapon can make up for a.
That's
so
true.
retarded.
You have your father's name. Like
It's
that's,
just your mother's name is your grandfather's name. Are you? You know what? It's fine. A for effort. I'm proud of you, sweetie. Whatever makes you feel better.
But yeah, so you're gonna be on. All right, I guess we can't announce the exact date. Here's what I know. I'm not gonna be on Friday, this Friday, because I am flying to Japan.
Oh, I'm gonna be on next Friday.
Okay, so you're gonna be on the Friday after this one. So,
Yeah.
that is when we're all gonna be in Japan. So that makes sense because there's gonna be a lot of former guests and stuff that are filling in because honestly, if Gary and I aren't there, like holy fuck, that's a lot. Like you need a lot to fill that up. So, I guess even women. So congratulations, Vera.
Hey, I
I'm
mean,
glad you're gonna be on
couple
the-
diversity points never hurt anybody.
Well, yes, they have. I can tell you, they have hurt
true.
people, including Chris Nolan, and including FNT. So you know, it just depends. But
Yeah.
but I'm gonna miss 2 FNTs in a row, which is gonna be the gayest thing maybe I've ever done
Thank you.
Yeah. That's tough.
for now. Speaking of gay, Neanderthal
Come back
for another
anytime.
$50. I held off on
Woo!
this Vera because I know you drink too much. I'm a Y-Files guy
I'm
from
good.
Frontiers.
Just fucking get it done with. Rip the band-aid off. I don't even care.
I am a
Whatever.
Y-Files guy for Forbidden Frontier, but yes, sake. That's right. Hey, I've actually met AJ from the Y-Files. He came to one of the Vegas meetups we did, and I hadn't been watching him at the time. I just knew Gary was watching him. But I have in the past, I don't know, 7 months, I have started watching AJ, and he's got a great channel. I do like Y-Files. It's fun. It's fun. But and I like how he approaches some of these topics because there's a lot of people in that.
Did she actually just say that when I caught her? My god, what is this writing? You know, there's things I like about this remake, and then there's a lot that I don't. And that's probably one of them.
Space who will just not look critically at anything and just push whatever, whereas he'll tell you like a really intriguing story about some shit that sounds fucking wild, but then he'll also tell you all the reasons in which it's probably not likely that that's happened. So I really like Y-Files.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of entertainment value, I'd say, also
For
goes
sure.
into it.
Hecklefish, you know, all that stuff.
If we could do something about this.
Thank you, Neanderthal. I'll see you in Japan, and we're gonna have a sake together. Bro, I might be done with this fucking bottle by the time I leave for Japan. Maybe.
Wrecking ball.
Cole Hauser.
Maybe.
Cole Hauser.
How
We
long
need
have
to
you had
reunite,
that
buddy.
bottle?
I got
Huh?
this.
You've had that bottle since MegaCon, right? So, I mean, you're an alcoholic, so that's not that long.
But I've only drank it.
But you're also drinking other stuff at the same time. So for me,
Correct.
like, this is all I drank every fucking week until this bottle goes down.
this
I
what
mean,
they
the
teach
first
kids in
bottle
school
got
these
me,
days?
what, 30-something weeks?
Have you never heard of Dry
So I've only taken shots during fuck my life. This bottle's gone down much faster. But at the same time, like, this is all I'm drinking, except for the one FML drink that I had like 3 weeks ago. I think when I got this fucking bottle, or the week after I got this bottle, we don't know what else you're fucking drinking. You're probably going to this.
Yeah,
liquor store every goddamn day, every other day.
Hey,
So,
you never will. Never will.
for me, I just, I don't.
That should be member-only stuff to show how much I drink on a weekly basis.
How much?
The answer is not enough. That is always going to be the answer.
Sorry, must have slipped.
First edition, so
Yep.
otherwise to find the background legit.
Full first printing, first edition. Don't get to. Okay, it is true. I saw your fucking copy. He had one, and of course I had to up him because he's a little fucking bitch. So of course I had to get the full fucking set. Of course.
She fucking copied me.
Yeah, I did, and I did it better.
She copied me. I bet I paid
Next
less
time,
for
do
this.
fucking better.
I bet I paid less for this.
Don't go half in. It's either all or nothing. You have one fucking book.
You realize you said heffin'? Like, don't go half in.
Half in.
Don't go
You
half.
have one book, though, and it's true. You did get it for like $1 or $2
So,
or something.
I feel way better about this because I found it at like a half-price books for like really cheap. Like this is a find, whereas you probably went to eBay and got those.
I
Like a
did, but I
fucking
have the full set. Yeah, I have the full fucking set. And I got the Jon Snow art instead of the
I got the
Iron
Tully
Throne
funeral art.
because, well, no, obviously I have the Tully funeral art of that book because there's only the one, but I wanted the Jon Snow character art for this one because I could have gotten the, it's like the silver fucking Iron Throne, but I got that art because it's better.
Alright. Call up the map.
It's not alright, you're silly. I get that.
You know what? It's just so funny because I
put
like you copied me.
protectors on mine though, so now my Storm of Swords is technically better than your copy because mine also has a special protector.
You copied me. I get it. Wicked Virtue copies me and does streams with you. I am the trendsetter. I understand. It just comes with, you know, it is what it is. Like, I got to deal with it.
You do have to deal with it.
I fucking
You
announced
salty
it.
bitch.
I announced at FML we're gonna have a week break because I'm gonna be in Japan, and suddenly, oh, the Baron Virtue show has a week off, right? She's fucking copying me, and I'm pissed.
It's tough, buddy.
If you all want to
It is what it is. Also get the Asimov Science Fiction July 1996 edition first, A Song of Ice and Fire chapter in print.
I've thought about getting the special, like the compilations of like just the Daenerys chapters in the first book. What were those called? I know they were like, they went out to the publisher. There's a certain term for them, but yeah, it's just like all the specific Daenerys chapters in GOT, which I would like to have, but that's thousands of dollars. So maybe one day.
Fucking crazy. Over on the Rumble side, Pugs, what's up, Pugs? For $5.
These people don't
This
learn.
message intentionally left blank. Thank you, Pugs. And then Pugs gets 5 memberships, 5 subscriptions over on the Rumble channel. Thank you, Pug, for. And I'll make sure we're caught up over on Streamlabs as well, and we are. Thank you. Suitcase taxes, Jesus. I need it. I still need to buy a suitcase. That fucking brown scam artist tried to fuck me over today, so I didn't get one.
Well, that escalated quickly. Holy shit.
And I went out to get a couple things for Japan, and I shopped around and I didn't find anything I needed. Fuck me. Now I've only got a couple days left. So.
Yeah. That sucks, like when you really need something at a drop of a dime, but you can't get it. But in your case, you could get it. You just don't want to give the Brown more money than they asked for.
Yeah. What can Brown do for you? They can fucking rip you off, right? That's what Brown can do for you. What a terrible UPS slogan, by the way. Snacks for 5. I'm reminded of the Seinfeld episode where Jerry gets first class and Elaine is stuck in coach. Thank you, Snacks. Yeah, I'm Elaine. Jackson Cagle for 5. Shipwreck. My Shipwreck. I have him somewhere around here. I have a Shipwreck G.I. Joe. Full Hauser sent me.
That's cool.
Here we go.
don't know where the fuck it is. It's usually right around here. Sometimes I pick stuff up and put it in random places. My fucking remote, my TV remote, Vera.
That's gotta be, you gotta be losing that every fucking day.
How do you know that?
Because I know you. You're the type of guy that does his taxes 2 days before fucking taxes is due. So, yeah, I mean, of course I would know that you would lose shit 50 fucking times a day.
So my TV remote, I lost it the day before I left for California. It was pissing me off, but I was like, it's such a hurry. It's been time. And so like my TV went to screensaver mode, right? It's like Samsung bouncing around. Fuck, it'll probably just turn out by itself. I get back 4 days later, fucking screensaver still bouncing around, and I still hadn't found my remote. Finally today, at like fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I found my fucking remote. It was like in between the couch cushions.
See, I have a problem. I wouldn't have been able to leave without shutting the TV off. So I would have found it, or else I wouldn't be fucking going.
So I am really bad about that. I leave lights on.
What are you good at besides being an alcoholic?
Nothing really. I'm not good at anything.
It's true.
I just suck in general. But what was I gonna say? Like my lights for here, I leave them on. One time I had one time I was gone for like a week and a half, and I had like a delivery that I needed to come in, and I had a friend, like open my thing and put it in there because it had to be refrigerated. It was food I think I ordered, so to put it in the fridge while I was gone.
Yeah.
And after that friend like walked into my house and saw all the fucking lights were on, they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, all the lights are on in your house. Are you a fucking degenerate? Like, are you an idiot? What's going on?
See, yeah, I'm not like that. If I'm not in the room, the light is off. It's just that simple. I guess I would classify myself as normal in terms of that. Okay, Mr. fucking rich guy over here, able to pay for lights being on fucking consistently.
I'm bad about it. Netsis says, how retarded are you? The couch cushion, not the first place you look. So I did look in the couch cushion. But the problem, the problem was there was something that was sitting on the couch that I didn't think there was any way it could have gotten in between there because of the thing that was sitting on the couch. So I checked the other crevices and I didn't check that. And then I finally checked it today. Speed Force, very dark for FNT.
There you go.
I've been on 3 times, so keep coming on whenever I'm asked.
No. Well, you know, you're so busy Fridays.
I know. My one half day off every 2 weeks. Woo!
You got big things going on Fridays, you know, so I get that it's a tough day.
I know.
I get that it's a tough day for
Hey,
you.
next Monday, I'll have half a day off. I'll probably stream Lego Batman, though, to be honest.
Lego Batman is such high demand.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow for early access.
You know what's bullshit, though? So I have a friend who ordered it, like the deluxe edition specifically to get the early access from 2 different places. Wanted the physical copy, right? And both places are like backordered and won't get delivered.
Which is wild because I literally saw screenshots circulating yesterday that like they had accidentally sent them to tons of people a day, or at that point 2 days early. So there are already copies like in the wild. This is the unfortunate thing is like I honestly feel like part of it is intentional because sure, it's getting product into the customer's hands, but these are people that have already paid for the product, and judging by how much companies want, you know, physical to be obsolete and for people to just buy digital, it almost feels like it's being done intentionally, like, oh, you're gonna get things a few days late. And I know that that's like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but it's happened so much. You pre-order months and months in advance, and suddenly every retailer isn't sending them for an extra 2 days or an extra 3 days. Like, that's a little bit suspicious.
it sucks, right? And I do
does.
think like the stock is intentionally low to get people to buy digital because let's be honest, digital is more profitable for them.
Right,
It just
absolutely.
is.
They don't want
And-
people to be buying physical. They want that to be the way of the past, and they want people to get excited and just, you know, click a single button on a Steam or a PlayStation storefront and pre-order.
Yeah, and that sucks because I do think there's something cool about physical copy and there's something tangible about it, and you can still resell it. Like there is value after that. And whether the value is just you seeing it and looking at it, you know, on your thing, and like because that matters to some people, or whether it's being able to fucking sell it on eBay for $15, you know, a couple months from now, whatever it might be, there is something tangible to that.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, for somebody who, you know, I'm a big gamer, Vera, but like I don't mind buying digital for whatever, but for a lot of people, they want the physical. And for you to pay all that money for the deluxe edition bullshit just for them to fuck you like that, I think it sucks.
That for me is like the worst part of being like a streamer, and not that like, oh my god, my life is so hard because I'm a content creator, but for something like a Batman, if I want to stream the early access, I basically need to buy it digital, even though I would 100% of the time buy physical. But that's like the only downside is like, sure, I guess I could in theory just wait, but like I've been so excited for this. My audience has been so excited to watch me stream it, so like I have to buy it digital instead of physical, and that's, I would say, like the big downside for me personally is like I can't just wait the extra few days if I told everybody and promised everybody that I was going to stream it early access day one.
Yeah.
A very small gripe, obviously, in the grand scheme of things. Very privileged, you know. It's not like, oh my god, I'm going through all these massive problems, feel bad for me, but like in terms of like what I do online.
I get it. I think it'd be frustrating for anybody.
Yeah,
For
it is for
like, if you-
anybody who's just buying things to want to enjoy them and come home from work and be able to have their copy of their game. Like, that is a really shitty thing that happens.
Look, if I buy a pizza and it tells me it's going to be delivered in 35 minutes and it's an hour later and it's not there, I'm fucking pissed, right?
Yeah.
And that's just pizza,
We work well together,
not
don't we?
Lego Batman, which looks awesome.
Which I'm super hyped for. I can't fucking wait.
Maybe someday I'll be
You
an
know,
agent like you.
I was really excited until I realized that I was going to have to collect the like 300 Riddler trophies that were in the game, and then I just wanted to blow my brains out, I'm not going to lie. Having to go back through what I did with Arkham Knight 100%ing that game, and having to deal with all the Batmobiles, and having to deal with the Riddler trophies truly makes me so depressed.
Yeah, it sucks. Nick Hammerschmidt for 5. Ryan, what Pokemon cards do you pick up? I spent a little time in LA. I had a little time, went to like Best Buy, and I got like 6 packs of Perfect Order. That's all I got. And out of that, I pulled a couple like IRs, but nothing really good. Perfect Order fucking sucks, to be honest with you. But I'll still buy it because I'm not reselling it. I'm opening them. So, yeah, nothing special. I do have some Chaos Rising pre-orders that are coming in on Friday. Well, Friday, Saturday, whenever that is. But then I'm going to be in Japan, and I'm totally like Japan's like clamping down on scalpers apparently by like opening boxes and cutting packs, which I'm fine with. I'll do that all day for me. I don't care because I'm not one of these reseller queers, you know?
Right. There are a lot of people that are like that, though. Which, again, like we were talking about before, is unfortunate.
It's understandable. Like, I found at the lids at City Walk. So, this is, no one's going to care about this because it's football cards. But Topps Chrome NFL came out about a month ago, and it was very hot upon release. And it's very difficult to find anywhere at MSRP. But Lids, if you don't know, Lids has like a partnership with Topps. And you can find Topps cards at Lids. You can almost never find those cards, but in City Walk Hollywood, there's a lid shop, and I'm like, you know what? I bet people wouldn't come here just because of how inconvenient it is. So I walk in there, there's a fucking ton of hanger boxes. So I bought 4 hanger boxes, and I could for $20 a piece for those hanger boxes, I could turn around and put them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, whatever, and probably get $40 a pop for them and make money. But I'm gonna open them because I'm a retard. So.
Well, right, because you're buying them for the enjoyment of opening them, not, oh, because I want to make a quick buck, which you could do, but, you know, it's tough. Because I do understand that people want to open them and just want to enjoy them, and then there are also people that are like, I'm making my living this way, but at the same time, it ends up screwing over the people that want to just enjoy the hobby.
Correct. And at the end of the day, it's the people that are buying the scalped shit.
Open them on stream. Business expense.
Oh, trust me, I'm already doing that.
Yeah.
But like, it is what it is. The reason that scalpers exist is because people are willing to pay it.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right? People are willing to pay for that. In the same way that there could be like the Super Bowl, right? When you see Super Bowl tickets going for $15,000, and even me, a massive football fan, I'm like, what, bro? I wouldn't pay 15 grand to go to the Super Bowl. That's crazy. Or like a Taylor Swift concert, whatever it might be. The reason those are going for that is because there are people willing to buy it. That's just the reality. That is the market value. Like, that is what's happening. So until people are not willing to pay that price, it's going to keep happening. So you can't blame people for wanting to make their money. It's just frustrating because as somebody that has other responsibilities other than camping out every night at a fucking Target or a Best Buy to get a couple boxes of Pokemon and flip them on Facebook Marketplace, that has to be a shitty life, right? These people are sleeping in the car and everything. But it just sucks for people that want to open stuff. So for me, like, I'm going to open stuff. I'm going to keep the stuff I like, resell the stuff I don't like when I open it. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is what it is. TJ, I call that good karma on credit Ryan, as I too feel like you do get with the excess amount of suffering I seem to get. I have an excess amount of suffering. You're not wrong.
Life sucks and then you die. It's my
Life's
saying.
a bitch and then you die. I know I have a good friend who says that. Life's a bitch and then you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they don't like. Maybe they don't think I'm a friend. Whatever. Duke Devil for 5. Well, I guess there was a fast food issue. Now Ryan's trip to California story is complete. Master Austin, sup? Ryan and Vera Dark, what's up, Master Austin? Good to see you, man. Chris Nicholson for 5. A con in LA has announced that all tactical or military-looking cosplays are banned due to reminding people of ICE, plus the possibility of inflicting trauma.
No way.
Well, that's very gay.
I haven't seen that.
That's very gay.
Can't say I'm surprised, though. Los Angeles? Yeah.
I was just there. Stephen Lee.
I'm surprised you survived.
I'm fine. I'm very street smart. Jay almost died.
You see a black guy outside your Airbnb, you just leave.
No. That would have been fine. We were on Hermosa Beach, walking the boardwalk and the pier area, and walk down to Manhattan Beach, stuff like that. And we're out there, and there was a clearly like schizophrenic, mentally ill homeless person sitting on a bench, talking to themselves, having a really crazy conversation with themselves about fucking demons and politicians and everything, which all politicians are demons. I think we all know that, but still. True. We're walking by, and I clearly walk by this guy, and I'm like, yeah, that guy's crazy. Keep moving along. You see a lot of homeless, crazy people in California. You don't talk to them. You just move on, and it is what it is. Jay walks by, and maybe he was not paying attention or whatever, and he's like, he looks at the guy, he's like, are you talking to me? The dude freaks out, stands up, gets like demonstrably, visibly upset. I'm not fucking talking to you, blah, blah, blah. Like, starts getting like after him. I'm like, Jay, bro, don't talk to that guy. Like, just move on.
Jay, the good guy.
Fuck. Like, what are you thinking? And he's like, I'm a big guy. No one's going to hurt me. I'm like, this is an insane person. He might have a knife. He might jump on you and eat your face. He might be on PCP. Like, just fucking
He's just a nice guy. He doesn't understand.
I've prepared a
It just is what it is.
just for us
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Me and Gary saw a homeless guy jerking it in San Diego.
It's the perfect place to put
Fascinating story.
He's having the time of his life. I wish, I mean, there are some times I wish I was homeless. Because it's just no shame, no worries. Like, bro, you can just fucking jerk it in broad daylight on the street, and everyone's like, that's a homeless person. That's what they do. Like, if I did that, people would judge me, but I just walk by the homeless person.
Guess that's true. I have no commentary on that.
I'm just being real. Like, there's something enviable about just no shame whatsoever in life. What is this? Stephen Lee, sorry, last stream had a bit to drink. Go Sabres. I don't know. Did you say something weird last stream, Stephen? I don't remember.
Oh, nothing but the finest.
I don't know.
Johnny's. Jay mentioned it to himself in a room by himself.
What can I do?
Oh, you talking about the meetup? Better chance Jay trip poo than mention the meetup, says Defending Truth. And then says gay sneeze tax.
I'll buy it at a high.
I don't think it's gay. Bro, if a sneeze sounds like a cough, it's like the opposite of gay. Coughs are
Your weapons
coughs
are
are more
in good
masculine
hands,
than
mate.
sneezes.
I'll see you right.
Are they?
Yes. If I sneeze like this, Farah, and that's a sneeze, what do you think is more masculine, that or?
You do not sneeze like that, so that's just
But
like.
if I did, you would know it was a sneeze. And it'd be gay.
This kind of work
True,
is
but we're
about
talking in the
finesse,
context of
strength.
you, and they sound exactly the
Little
same.
bit
So
goes
if
a long way.
one sounds
You-
gay, then I guess technically
Try
the
that
other
on
would
for
also
size.
sound gay.
Will that be all then? Come back anytime.
Maybe. Megashine, Ryan, you get your packages. So I got both of the DVDs that you sent. So I did pick it up. I have not been in my PO box since I got back, so there might be something in that I'm gonna try to pick up tomorrow. But I got the other DVD you sent, Megashine. I don't know other than that though, unless if there's something else, I'm not sure. But I'll be going by my PO box before I leave. Before I leave town.
Worried about the girl, is that
Taker. Jay's story about Jeremy being blown away by planes having Wi-Fi reminded me of what the fuck is the internet line from Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, I mean, Farrah probably won't even really understand this because I don't think she's ever been on a plane before. Is that true?
I've not.
Yeah. So I'm talking to a fucking weirdo, but yeah, Jeremy being blown away by the fact that planes had Wi-Fi is kind of insane. Like I
I mean,
think
I
he
know
thought it
that
was gonna be
planes
like
have Wi-Fi. I mean, you're not just forced to like sit there and I don't know, God forbid, read a book for 4 hours. I know that sounds like a crazy concept to most people now, but
yeah, you don't have to just sit there and raw dog it for 5 hours.
isn't that what
Yeah, I mean, all planes have Wi-Fi. Some are free, some are pay. You know, it just kind of depends. But yeah, he was like shocked that planes had Wi-Fi. He saw Jay on his phone, and he's like, "You get service up here?"
unadulterated?
Like, no, I'm on Wi-Fi.
Those Illuminados have given me that.
Do trains have Wi-Fi?
you were always an
Why?
asshole.
Why would trains need to have Wi-Fi? You're on the
least you
ground.
had
You have a
some
normal
kind of
internet
phone.
connection.
Some
true.
Trains don't need to
Trains
have
do also
Wi-Fi.
offer Wi-Fi.
Look at you now.
I've been on
Enough
trains many
reminiscing.
times.
I bet you have.
Move out and
Gregory
draw
Lieber,
fire,
Hunchback
soldier.
sucks. Ryan W. That's fucking.
Hunchback doesn't suck. It's a good movie, and it's a very different tone from all of the other movies that Disney has done. Sure, they have had more, we'll just say for argument's sake, adult-themed movies in the past, but Hunchback is certainly their darkest and their grittiest.
Bro, Esmeralda was never going to give Quasimodo the time of day.
That's true, but that's not the moral of the story.
Yeah, the moral of the story is if you're retarded, your life is gonna suck. It doesn't matter what you do.
That is
Which
true.
I
You can
guess
always
I
be
do
a better
appreciate that.
person.
Maybe I should change my fucking views on that because
See,
if you're a retard,
you
if
are
you're a
what
retard
Quasimodo would have been.
mongoloid, your life is gonna suck.
You're
okay?
what Quasimodo would have been if he didn't have a larger fucking lesson, because it's I'm ugly and a piece of shit and everybody hates me, and so I'm gonna treat everybody else like shit. Quasimodo actually grew and went through the hero's journey and became a better person, even though he looked like shit and acted like shit initially. You are what Quasimodo would be if he didn't have the or learn the bigger lesson.
I am the real
become a better
Quasimodo,
person.
What he should be, which is, guess
Okay.
what, buddy? your life's gonna fucking suck. So why should you be nice to people if they're just gonna treat you like shit? Esmeralda's just using you, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but Esmeralda didn't just like kick him to the curb. They were
Esmeralda's
friends.
just gonna fucking bend over and get fucked for gypsy money while you're sitting there thinking that you're gonna fucking do something.
True.
That's really what was going on. Might not have been played out in the Disney story. Quasimodo is a fucking loser bitch. Hunchback of Notre Dame sucks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to disagree.
We barely made it out alive.
Yeah.
Takes a sucker to know a sucker, I
Go with your
guess.
gut, don't think.
Quasimodo's a
That was
sucker.
the first thing you taught me.
Taker for 2. Ryan, I'm familiar with Xenophobia
Let's turn this place
Saga.
into one big
I am
trap.
familiar with that one.
I can't fight him on his terms.
Slain Hope. I'm half a weetard, and I found out where the meetup was. If you missed out, you didn't want it more than a guy who didn't even want a picture with anyone. There you go. Thank you, Slain Hope. Thank you, Slain Hope. Gregory Lieber, average. Now I prefer to say I have a mean EP. Math joke. Get it, Vero?
Ready to die.
I do, but I was still taken aback by the last one. So
We
the
talk.
laughing, the laughing is still. I'm still laughing because of that. So if that was spaced out a little bit more, maybe that was told in like 2 super chats, it would have gotten a real good chuckle out of me.
I can't do that. But speaking of retarded, you know what would be retarded?
What?
To cast a black Helen of Troy, and potentially Elliot Page in any fucking form, because this is actually a woman who's now identifying as Elliot. But the Odyssey, got to talk about the Odyssey a little bit, because how can we not talk about? I misspelled Odyssey in the title, and I just noticed it.
I didn't notice either. So
Fuck me, bro. Whatever.
why don't you spell check?
It
Maybe
doesn't
it's
work.
Spell check.
It doesn't work for capitalized things.
I don't know. It works for me.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't work for capitalized things because they see you like, they see it as like a name or something. You know what I mean? As opposed to like an actual word. But
Yeah, I guess I understand.
but anyway, that's an aside. So apparently, The Odyssey is the most disliked movie trailer in the history of Nolan's career, which you'd have to go back and check every other trailer. But right now, look, it's not like it's getting ratioed or anything, but it is. You know, that's a significant amount of dislikes for a trailer like this, which I don't feel like the trailer itself is offensive in any way or bad, but it's all the news surrounding it that is bad. And it is absolutely the most divisive trailer that we've seen for Chris Nolan yet. And it's so annoying because it's so avoidable. All you had to do was cast a beautiful Greek-looking woman or a beautiful white woman as Helen of Troy, and there would not be basically any backlash right now. But because you race swapped her, because you cast Lupita Nyong'o, who, if you think she's beautiful, you're free to think that. If you think she's ugly, I don't think she's ugly. But the point is not whether she's beautiful or not. The point is whether she matches the description of Helen of Troy and whether it would make sense for the Greeks of the time to idealize this person as like the epitome of love and beauty in the Greek world. That's what Helen of Troy is supposed to represent at this point in time. And the answer is obviously no. That is not the case. And I continue to see bullshit included in my videos of like, it's the same stuff for like the Snape thing.
Where does it explicitly say that Snape was white?
And it's like, well, it actually says it all these places. I'm seeing the same shit in Helen of Troy. She's described as white-armed in the Odyssey. Like, she was described as exactly as you would expect the most beautiful woman in the Greek world to be described as fucking Greek, right? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. But here we are.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, we saw the same thing happen when, like, the Magic the Gathering set race swapped Aragorn. That really infuriated me because he's very clearly described in a certain way with pale skin and a pale face. And we knew that this movie was obviously going to have some pretty major problems when we found out that that Nolan was definitely very heavily influenced by Emily Wilson's more like modern feminist take on the story. And sure, it doesn't completely reword what the Odyssey is, but it uses different terminology that is definitely a little bit kinder to the women. It tries to paint certain female characters like in a different light. It shames war and violence a little bit more. Traditional masculinity and the male power structure is obviously a little bit more toned down. And so we knew that when that was announced and sort of talked about that was going to be a major problem. But yeah, I mean, obviously that doesn't mean that they had to cast like the worst choices possible. And Lupita Nyong'o is somebody who I would say people have a slightly more positive outlook on. She's not the worst actress in the world, and sure, she's not, in my opinion, definitely like a Bella Ramsey that looks like a sickly Victorian child or child who looks like she's dying of the fucking Black Plague. But at the same time, she doesn't fit the description of Helen of Troy, and so obviously it's going to be a controversial choice. And to then go into articles and bitch and moan and groan about how, oh my god, the ists and the phobes are criticizing this just highlights how pathetic these people really are, because anybody with two eyes and half a brain could tell you this is probably not the best casting that you could get. And same goes for, you know, Elliot Page, Ellen Page, whatever the fuck they want to go by now. It's just not a good casting regardless of like who they're playing, especially if it is Achilles like it's been rumored. Now we don't know for sure that that's the case.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn because sure, on one hand I've seen people saying, oh my gosh, of course, like it would make sense if they were just telling the Odyssey based on the description of Achilles at that point being a ghost. But at the same time, we know that this is going to have flashbacks to the Trojan War, so that means you would also need to see Achilles like at his peak and at the height of his masculinity, and that would be like an absolute disaster, an absolute catastrophe.
So like I think I said this on some stream. Even if Ellen Page didn't now cut off her tits and put a big fucking like honking sack of meat from the skin on her arms and pretend it's a dick or whatever the fuck she's done. Even if Ellen Page is not a mentally ill woman who's pretending they're a man. Let's just say, and we don't know that Ellen Page is actually a killer, but let's say that Chris Nolan cast a biological man, a real man, who's not mentally ill, but just so happened to be 5'1" and 95 pounds to play Achilles. And they're a real man, not a transgender, not any of this stuff. It'd be a terrible casting. Like, it would be retarded to cast someone like that as the warrior Achilles.
Yeah.
This hero of Greek masculinity and warrior stature, right? Someone who was idolized by so many people. It wouldn't make any sense. You factor in then the idea that it might be a transgender, like a woman now identifying as a man. It's fucking nuts. We don't have confirmation of that, so all we're talking about is rumors at this point. But the problem is, once you make Helen of Troy black, everything's up for grabs.
Yes, it is. And
so it's legitimate to talk about.
Right, I think that's why people are sort of latching onto this rumor, because you see what is happening with Lupita, and then you see this casting, and then you also see like Zendaya and her casting, and then you see her as Athena, and you go, okay, yeah, they could literally, legitimately do this, and it doesn't sound that far out, because if the rest of the casting was really good, then this Ellen Page rumor wouldn't be taken so seriously. But yeah, I mean, it is completely on the table at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, there is a ton of backlash towards this within scope, right? Obviously, the trailer's not ratioed, and I still don't think this movie will flop. I still believe that it is Chris Nolan. It is the Odyssey. I think this isn't something that's gonna come out and make $300 million. But, you know, if they invest $250 million in this budget, a normal marketing budget, I mean, in the break even somewhere in the $750 million range, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing makes $750 million and maybe barely breaks even and is considered kind of a disappointment. And it's completely unnecessary. completely unnecessary to race swap this shit.
It's true. I agree.
How do you
I
say
think
Lupita's last name?
that Nyong'o?
That's how I say it, but I don't know if I'm saying it right.
How else would it be? Like Nyong'o? I don't.
It's fucking
that sounds
African.
too unnatural to me. Nyong'o is how I say it, but yeah.
It's fucking African. It could be a bunch of fucking clicks. I don't know. Like,
I guess in theory it could be. Yeah.
I don't know.
Wild
but yeah,
moment.
I mean, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's coming out soon. We'll see. Snacks.
Krauser
is this
gets
the
murked and
gayest
Ryan
Star
says
Wars
that.
ever? Well, look.
Every project is.
Look. It's got Pedro in it, and Dave Filoni is now president of Lucasfilm, so it's pretty gay in my book.
Yeah.
Zero justice for PP Poopa Man. Did you see the PP Poopa Man story?
No.
I can't believe. All right, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
I will pull it up because I was shocked. You know, I've always been slightly worried, Vera. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been slightly worried whenever there's like a big time mass shooting or something like that, or some some bullshit. I'm worried it's gonna be like, ooh, noted subscriber of RK Outpost. You never know. Something like that could happen. But what I didn't expect to see was this. Notorious vagrant known as PP Poo Man arrested on horrifying new charges.
Whew. Yeah, I didn't see that. No. Interesting though. Great to find out.
Just one of my black viewers, apparently. Apparently, the PP Poopa Man was throwing feces at people in Canada, which I don't really care. Free PP Poopa Man. If he's throwing feces
Canada
at Canadians,
sucks,
who cares?
so that's fine.
But yeah, it was so funny to see this PP Poopa Man. You can't make it up.
Yeah, you can't. No wonder I didn't see it though. Like I feel like this is very, very niche. Also, if I saw a pee pee poo poo, I would probably scroll by it.
I got tagged like a million times in it.
I didn't get tagged. What the heck, guys? Come on.
Enricon, stores are starting to get rid of the Pokemon machines because the fighting. I watched a guy one time trying to scan the machine. Yeah, they like can glitch out the machine so they can keep getting stuff. And it sucks. It sucks. I hate the scalpers, and I wish we could punish them with lethal injection. It'd be better for all of us.
Why not?
I've never seen any of those Pokemon machines.
Well,
that's not true,
people.
actually.
What you buy?
So when I was at I had heard and I'd seen like social media posts that there's a card machine, a Pokemon machine, a vending machine at the Orlando airport.
Stocking up while you can.
And now I don't know if it's MSRP or not, or if it's way high prices. I wasn't sure, but I'd heard this. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be at the airport. What a perfect opportunity. And I wasn't in the right terminal when I left, but coming back, I knew I was. And after all this shit I went through, fucking terrible trip I was on, I come back, and as I'm walking at midnight when I got back in around midnight last night when my flight landed. I didn't get home until actually 2 because baggage and driving and everything.
Alright, that's gonna do it for this stream. 1 in the books. Let's see if we have any more in the future to come. Adios, everyone.